All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. First things first, thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to talk about our 5 tips for setting a schedule. And I'm also going to share a productivity planner at the end of our seminar today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This is our last seminar for our Stay Healthy Challenge. This has been our 4-week challenge. And we're going to talk about five tips for setting a schedule today. A few things that we want to think about as we get started today. A couple questions that I want you to ask yourself as we get going. First one is, do you currently have a schedule or a routine? If you do, what does that include? Are you making the most of your time? If you don't have a schedule or a set routine, have you thought about creating one? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Our first tip that we're going to cover today is to make a list of all of your daily tasks. And this is where we're going to start. This is the first step that we're going to look at to figure out what you need to do each day. Don't worry about organizing your list at this point. Just focus on writing everything down. So we're going to include the tasks that already work well for us in our routine and those that we should try to add in. The following questions can help you decide what tasks you're going to include on that list. The first one, what things should you do before going in or starting work? So beginning of your day, what are the things that you should do before you start work? If you have kids, what tasks do you need to do to get your kids ready for the day? What errands do you need to run each day? What should you do for exercise every day? What tasks should you make sure you and your family have healthy meals? So what do you need to do to make sure that your family has healthy meals prepared and snacks as well? What should you do to maintain an organized house? What does your cleaning schedule, your cleaning routine look like? So we're going to make a list, and remember that no task is too small. It's okay to include simple things like brushing your teeth or taking your vitamins on your list. So first things first, we're going to make ourselves a list of all of the tasks that we need to do. Our second thing we're going to do once we have our list of tasks is we're going to structure our day by prioritizing our list. So we're going to think about and write down everything that we have that we need to do maybe in the next month, if there are any appointments or anything like that. We're going to need to figure out what needs to be done every day, what needs to be done by the end of each week, and then what needs to be done by the end of the month. And that way we're going to make sure that we're giving ourselves enough time and planning out our tasks so that we're making progress and we're getting those things done as we go. Prioritizing includes deciding what order your tasks should be completed based on their importance. So this strategy might help you organize your time a little bit more efficiently. It can also help you learn how to complete important tasks first so that you can meet the deadlines and have more time to finish your larger tasks, so things that might take more than a day. Prioritization skills can help you accomplish more work in less time. So first we need to decide which tasks on our to-do list are the most critical. We can determine this based on deadlines that you have for work, household expectations, meetings, appointments. So for example, you might want to focus on a work report or project due at the end of the day before you start to work on less urgent tasks. So we're going to prioritize what needs to get done first, and that's what we're going to focus on first. So tip number 3, we're going to schedule your meals and snacks. We're going to schedule your work. We're going to schedule your activities that you have for your new routine. And we're going to make sure that we don't forget to include our workouts as well. So once you decide on which tasks are the most important, you're going to schedule them. So you might want to enter them into a spreadsheet and then organize them on your calendar. Scheduling your tasks based on deadlines can help you stay focused and work more efficiently. Prioritizing your time can be easier when you can see your list of tasks for each day. You might find that you focus better on those daily tasks when you have a visual reminder of each one. Completing them also can provide you with a sense of accomplishment. So here's an example for you. When I took over B3 Gym, my business coach suggested that I do this process. So I took some time to write out every single thing that needed to be done in order to run the gym. And when I say every single thing, I mean everything. It took me a while, but once I had my list all together, I divided it into 5 different categories, and I planned out a block of time for each day for each category. So for one of my days, it was going to be all sales and marketing. So I would have a couple hours on one day where that was just my focus for the day. And within that category, I had my whole checklist of things that I needed to get done. And that was based on daily, monthly, weekly, anything like that. I planned it all out. And I can't even tell you how much more efficient that I've become with my tasks and how much less stress I feel during the day when I actually feel like I'm getting a lot of things done. So tip number 4 is going to be to try out your new routine and make adjustments where needed. So once we have everything all set up, it's time for us to practice our new routine. You're going to write it down on paper. We're going to test it out for a few days. And then you're going to ask yourself, did you schedule the tasks in a way that makes sense, or does it not make sense for you? Do you feel like adjusting some of the aspects on your list would make more sense? If you know that you're more productive at certain points during the day, I would try to schedule those bigger projects that take a little bit more energy during that time and prioritize that way. Don't shy away from making changes with your schedule and with your routine. In the end, you should have a routine that's going to work best for you. So tip number 5, we're going to track our progress. Of course, we want to see how we're doing with our routine. You can use a task checklist or a visual calendar is going to be a good tool. One tool that I like to use is a website called Trello. You can create tasks lists for each day and mark them as complete as you go. So having a visual tool really helps keep me on track because I'm a more visual checklist kind of person. If something unexpected comes up, you can add it to your list. You can move it to a specific day when you know that you'll have time to do it. I also use my Google Calendar to make sure that I'm planning out my day. I put my appointments, any meetings, I put my workouts on my Google Calendar, and any other important tasks that I need to make sure that I'm making time to get those done. When I was working on creating better eating habits, I actually also went so far as to put my meals and snacks on my calendar as well to make sure that I was eating consistently throughout the day. So having a regular schedule means that you're setting yourself up for success. And remember that the potential to achieve your goals lies in you, and that forming healthy habits takes time and it takes effort. And I encourage you to think about how you're investing your time and where you might be able to make some improvements with your schedule. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me to learn a little bit more about 5 tips for setting a schedule. I'm also going to quickly share a productivity planner that I'm going to send out to all of our challenge participants, just so you guys can see another tool that you can use to help with your setting your schedule. So I'm going to share that really quick with you here. So this is our productivity planner. You can see there's a date. You can put the day of the week as well. Starting off your day, today I'm grateful for. This is a great opportunity to set your intention for the day and start out with something a little bit more positive. There's a space here for your big 3. So what are the 3 big projects that you're working on for the day? And you can prioritize those like we talked about earlier. Bright spot for your day. This could be something that you plug in at the end of your day. What was the best part of your day? Just reflect on something positive again. And then you can go back also and think a little bit about how you did with your nutrition, with your sleep, stress management, and then your activity level for the day. Over on the right side here, there's a schedule for the day here. So again, you can block off different things during your day. If you have certain appointments or meetings, you can set those in there. If you have a chunk of time where you want to work on a certain project, you can block that off on your schedule as well. So this is just another great tool that you can use to help plan your schedule and set yourself a schedule. If you need help with setting a schedule for your day, setting a schedule for your meals, working on creating a task list that's going to work for you, let me know. I would be happy to help share the tools and resources that I've used that have helped me become a little bit more successful with that. And just know that being more in control of your day and having a plan for your day is really going to decrease your stress level. So if you're someone who feels really out of control during the day, or things pop up and you react really quickly and you just get overwhelmed really easily, setting a schedule for yourself is really going to help. So I would encourage you to use the tools and resources that we talked about today, and reach out to me if you need a little bit more individual help. Thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys soon.